പ്രാവശ്യം ഇവിടെ കൊണ്ടുപോകണം പ്രഭു.
ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. ഓം അജ്ഞാനതിമിരാന്ധസ്യ ജ്ഞാനാഞ്ജന ശലാകയാ ചക്ഷുരുന്മിലിതം യേന തസ്മൈ ശ്രീഗുരുവേ നമഃ. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता शिविशाखान्वितंश्च ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांद राधा कांद नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शबानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्त हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु न नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरम्। योऽन्धः प्रविश्य मम वाचं वां प्रसूप्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। जयदं सरदो पङ्गोर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधामदनमोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहितावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम् परमानंद पाठाय प्रेमवर्षीक्षराय ते सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोस्तुमे गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदारे कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमः। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत। Welcome all the devotees for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 6th chapter, 25th sloka onwards. एतावदुक्तो परराम तन्महत् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महतां महीयसे सृष्णावनामं विधतेऽनुकम्पिता। एतावदुक्तो परराम तन्महत् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महतं महीयसे सृष्णावनामं विधतेऽनुकम्पिता। हरे कृष्ण उमा।
हरे कृष्ण। एतावदुक्त्वो परराम तन्महत् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महतां महीयसे शीर्ष्णावनामं विददेऽनुकम्पिता।
हरि बोल जुमी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
एतावदुक्ता परराम तन्महत् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महदां महीयसे शीर्षानवनाम विदत्ते अनुकम्पिते।
हरि बोल जय प्रमोद जी। ओके वंदना माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can you make it little tough? That's okay. Hare Krishna. एतावदुक्तो पररां तन्महद् भूतं नभोलिङ्गमलिङ्गमीश्वरम् अहं च तस्मै महितां महीयसे शीर्षा शीश्रावणां विदधे अनुकम्पितः.
Very well. Translation, Uma.
Hare Krishna. Then that supreme authority, personified by sound and unseen by eyes, but most wonderful, stopped speaking. Feeling a sense of gratitude, I offered my obeisances unto him, bowing my head.
Very good. Then that supreme authority, personified by sound and unseen by eyes, but most wonderful, stopped speaking. Feeling a sense of gratitude, I offered my obeisances unto him, bowing my head. So Srila Narada Muni is explaining his experience now when he had the darshan of Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu within his heart, okay, in a angushta matra size. So that was the size of Vishnu that he had darshan within his heart. But when he saw the Lord, Supreme Lord, all his limbs of the body, individually got element. That's what he says. He wanted to see that Lord again, but Lord said, not in this life. Don't try also. You will not be able to see. Then he says, personified by sound and unseen by eyes. Then he got a Akashavani, celestial ears. Then he stopped speaking. So he just offered his obeisances for the for the fortune that he got simply by having a vision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dhruva, with all the material desires, he got transformed. He said, I don't want any material desires. I just want to have this vision permanently and within my heart. That is my only desires. So here also, he was also just hankering to see that form again and again. But Lord said, no, not in this life, next life. So that the personality of Godhead was not seen, but only heard, does not make any difference. The personality of Godhead produced the four Vedas by his breathing, okay, Omkaram. Just through Omkaram, he manifested all the Vedas, four Vedas. And he is seen and realized through the transcendent sound of the Vedas. So we have to see the Lord through the ears. How is it possible? How we can see the Lord through the ears? By hearing, by Shravanam. Shravanam. Okay. So that is the best method of seeing the Lord. Not seeing with the eyes. Seeing through the ears means Shravanam of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and such literatures. So similarly, the Bhagavad Gita is the sound representation of the Lord, and there is no difference in identity. The conclusion is that the Lord can be seen and heard by persistent chanting of the transcendent sound. The Lord can be seen also, heard also by chanting. When we chant, automatically all our kalmashas gets purified. Then we will be able to realize the Supreme Lord within ourselves. We don't have to even see outside. We can feel just like how Parikshit Maharaj, within the womb of his mother, he could see. Similarly, within our heart, we can experience the vision of the Supreme Personality of God. Text 26. Namanyanantasya hadatra padam guhyani badrani kritani cha smaran gam paryatam stushtamanaggadaspraha kalam pradikshan vimado vimatsaram namanyanantasya hadatra papatan guhyani badrani kritani cha smaran Gam kvaryatam sushtamanaggadaspraha kalam pradikshan vimado vimassara. Okay, Uma.
Hare Krishna. नामान्यनन्तस्य हतत्र पपदान् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गाम्पर्यतं स्तुष्टमनागदस्पृहा कालं प्रतीक्षन् विमतो विमत्सरा.
Jubi Mataji.
मामन्यन्दस्य हत्र प्रभापडन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि हृदानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यडं स्तुष्टा मना गदस्पृहा कालं प्रदीक्षान् विमदो विमल्सरा
Mandara Mataji.
नमान्य नमान्यनन्तस्य हस्तत्रपापठन् गुह्यानि भद्राणि कृतानि च स्मरन् गां पर्यटंस्तष्टु मना गतस्पृहा कालं प्रतीच्छन् विमदो विमत्सरा.
Haribol. Uma, can you please read the translation?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thus I began chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord by repeated recitation, ignoring all the formalities of the material world. Thus, such chanting and remembering of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are benedictory. So doing, I traveled all over the earth, fully satisfied, humble, and unenvious.
Haribol. Thus I began chanting the holy name and fame of the Lord by repeated recitation, ignoring all the formalities of the material world. Such chanting and remembering of the transcendental pastime of the Lord are benedictory. So doing, I traveled all over the earth, fully satisfied, humble, and unenvious. So after that, he continued his travel. Now, continuously chanting and glorifying the holy name and fame of the Supreme Personality of Godhead by repeated recitation. Even when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling through the Jharkhanda forest, when he was going to Vrindavan, he was always chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. Okay. So even the animals, who heard this, vibration, sound vibration, transcendental sound vibration, they also got attracted, and they also started chanting and dancing along with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that is the potency of the spiritual sound vibration or transcendental sound vibration. So he also did the same thing, and he did not see what are the uh, rules and regulations to chant these holy names. So he did not see any formalities of the material world. He just ignored. Simply continued chanting the holy name of the Lord and remembering of the transcendental pastimes of the Lord are benedictory. It is beneficial for the conditioned soul. Why? Because the purification starts immediately. The moment we start chanting, the purificatory process starts, even without our knowledge. So that is the significance of chanting. Shruyate, what is that? There is a slogan. Simply by oral reception of Srimad Bhagavatam, all the Shoka Moha will get destroyed. Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. What is that slogan? Information. Bhakti Uttaptade Pumsam Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Okay. I just forgot the first. Yes, anyway, I'll remember that. The life of a sincere devotee of the Lord is thus explained in a nutshell by Narada Muni by his personal example. Such a devotee, after his initiation by the Lord or his bona fide representative, takes very seriously chanting of the glories of the Lord and traveling all over the world so that others may also hear glories of the Lord. Such persons, who travels around and instructs others in devotional service, they are called what they are called. Those who travel around the world and propagate Krishna consciousness.
Param Vraja
Parvaja ka acharya. Okay. Parvaja ka acharya. So that is what exactly Narada Muni. He is not selfish. Okay? He is not selfish. He wants to enjoy, and at the same time, he wants to distribute this fruit to others also. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, how much can I distribute? Please help me. In my garden, there are so many fruits of love of Krishna. I want to distribute to maximum people possible. But with these two hands, how much can I distribute? So please come and help. distribute this Krishna Prema to every person in every nook and corner of this universe. That's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is. Yasyam Vaishruyamanaayam Krishne Parama Purishe Bhakti Utpatadeva Purusam Shoka Mogha Vayapaha. That's about that. Okay? Simply by oral reception of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, we will develop bhakti towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna Parama Purusha. Krishna Parama Purusha, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna. Now what is the result? Shoka Moha Bhayapaha.
या कॉल करके
Shoka.
एक बार बोल दो, जैसा होगा रिस्पॉन्स पता चल जाएगा, प्रभु से तो जल्दी बात हो जाएगी.
Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Shoka means lamentation. Moha means illusion. Bhaya means fear. So this is generally, everybody has experienced this medieval. We are lamenting. We are lamenting for what has happened. Okay. Oh, why it happened to me? Okay. Why I lost? And we are worrying about the future. Okay. This is generally happening. We forget the present. If we don't live the present, we lament and we hunger for the future, or we worry about the future. What will happen to my job? What will happen to my children? What will happen the money I deposit in the bank? So this is generally the flight of the people, isn't it? But when we hear this Srimad Bhagavatam, recite this Srimad Bhagavatam, and glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, chanting and hearing and other devotional activities, we will be freed from Shoka, Moha, illusion. What is that illusion? So everything belongs to me. I am the enjoyer. I am the master. I am the controller. I am the proprietor. I am the center of attraction. Like that. These are illusion. These are and temporary designations assigned to this body. I am rich. I am handsome. I am beautiful. I am this. I am that. I am white, black. So these are all to the body. I am Indian, American, white, black. These are only to the body. It's temporary. So from this illusion, we'll get, freed, and we'll come to the real position. That is the Jivara Surupohe Krishna Nitida. Okay. So Shoka Moha Bhaya, fear of losing, fear of death, fear of many things. Okay. So we will be freed from all this Shoka Moha Bhaya. Okay. So in this material world, people are, so much afraid of everything. Next step, anxiety. What will happen? What will happen? That's anxiety. So there is there was a king by name Bhartrhari. He was a devotee also. Very good king. He was managing or ruling the kingdom very nicely. All the citizens liked his kingdom. They were all equally treated well. And at the same time, he was a devotee also. Very good devotee. Was a poet. Okay. And he used to write about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So one day, one sannyasi came to the palace. Seeing his devotion, he was very much pleased, the sannyasi. So he gave a mango, that was prasadam, to the king, that is Bhartrhari. This prasadam, if you eat, you will get amaratva. That means long life, very long life. That is just as good as amrit. So when you have amrit nectar, your longevity will increase, lifespan. You will not be eternally here, but it's as good as eternally in this. So that is when you have amrita. The Samudra Manthan happened. They got the amrita. Why? So they want to live long. So that's why. So this sannyasi also gave him a mango, which is a prasadam, eating which he will get amrita. So this king said, why should I live long? I will give this to the person whom I love the most. So he loved his queen, very dear, and he loved her the most. So let me give this fruit to my dear wife, the queen. Let her live long and enjoy the life. Let her live eternally. So that's what, because he loves her so much. So immediately he gave this mango, this prasadam to her. So she was very pleased. Then she thought for a while, okay, I don't want to live long. I will give this to a person whom I love the most. She had a paramour without the knowledge of the king. Okay. And he was Ashwapal. Ashwapal, you know what? Who is Ashwapal? Who is Gopal?
Cow protector of cow.
Yeah, cowherd, man. Okay, taking care of cows. Ashwapal is taking care of horses.
Horse.
Okay. So in the kingdom, there are so many horses. Take care of the horses. There is one Ashwapal, and he was very handsome, stout and well built, like six packs, this and that in the present day. So the queen was attracted to him. So they had a special attraction to each other. So she liked him. So she thought, I will give this fruit to him. Let him live eternally. Let him enjoy the life. And she gave it to him. And this Ashwapal thanked the queen and said, why should I live so long? I will give to someone whom I like the most. He had a paramour who was a dancer in the court of the king. Okay. So he called her privately, say, I have a beautiful gift for you. You want to live for eternity? I will give you some nectar. This is a fruit given to me by somebody. So I will give you enjoy the life. And the dancer took it. And she thought that the actual person who is eligible for this is the king. Because he is the person who is taking care of everybody, not me. I'm just a dancer. Okay, I'm just entertaining all the people. So let me give this to the king. So she went, took an appointment and met the king. Said, I got a amarat, what you call nectar, consuming which you'll become eternally, amarata, you'll get deathless. Then he said, is it so? Where is it? Show me. So she gave the mango to the king. He was wonderstruck. What's happening? Immediately he got so annoyed. Definitely there is some conspiracy here. So I want to find out. So without informing anybody, first he called his queen and asked, what happened? Did you eat the mango that I gave you? She said, yes, yes, I ate it. Are you sure? Tell me the truth. If it happens to be a lie, I will cut your head off. I'm a king. So she was scared. Then she told the truth. See, this is what has happened. I'm sorry. I gave it to the Ashwapal. Then immediately, Ashwapal was asked to come. He was summoned. That king asked Ashwapal, tell me the truth. Who gave you this? And whom did you give this? Ashwapal, for his life, he was scared of his life that king will chop off my head if I don't tell the truth. He also told the truth. Then, the dancer was called. Dancer also told the truth. I have to tell, otherwise he said, if you don't tell the truth, I will chop off your head. Then he called he called the dancer. Dancer also told her, we came to see this. Everybody, in this material world, it's very difficult to trust anyone. Everybody is afraid of death. And because all of them told the truth, he did not punish them. But one thing he understood, he realized that this material world is not a place for gentlemen to live. So he renounced the kingdom and went as a mendicant. And in that, life, when he became mendicant, since he's a poet, he composed Vairagya Satakam. Okay, Vairagya means, Satakam means 100 verses, right? Satakam, yeah, 100 verses of Vairagya, renunciation. And it's a beautiful thing. So one of the words from this I will read. which is composed by him. This is a real story. The king was from Ujjain. Bhartrhari, it is his composition, Vairagya Sadakam. He composed many. So one of the subject is on Vairagya. So in this, there is a verse. I will just recite this. It's a beautiful. Second. Yeah, Vairagya Sadakam. भोगे रोग भयम कुले च्युति भयम वृत्ते नृपलाद भयम माने दैन्य भयम बले रिपु भयम रूपे जरया भयम शास्त्रे वादि भयम गुणे खल भयम काये कृतनाद भयम सर्वं वस्तु भयान्विदम भुवि नृणाम वैराग्यम एव अभयम. What is vairagya evam abhayam? So what it says, bhoge roga bhayam. When we eat too much bhoga, okay, we are scared that we'll fall sick, the roga. Okay, so there should be mitahar, alpahar. Okay? We should not eat more than required. Atyahar is so when we eat, when we like certain things, we keep eating. So when we eat too much, we are afraid of roga. Okay, so bhoge roga bhayam, kule chudi bhayam. When we take birth in a very aristocratic family, rich family, famous family, we are always afraid that the kulachudi will happen. Just like Krishna tells Arjuna that you are in the Partha, Pritha's family. So don't spoil that family's name, says no. If you don't fight, whose name will be spoiled? The Kula. So when we take birth in such Kula, because of our bad character or bad behavior, the name and fame of that Kula will be spoiled. So Kule Chudibhayam. Vritte Nirpralad Bhayam. When we have wealth, okay, we are afraid it will be stolen, it will be lost, it will be, deteriorated like that. When we have too much wealth, we are afraid the thieves will come and steal that. So we are having fear of that also. Mane daini bhayam. When we have so much respect in the society, we are always afraid, somebody will disrespect us and, we cannot afford to hear that disrespect from somebody. Bale ripu bhayam. When we are strong, there'll be some opposition, okay, some enemies who will defeat us, and we are afraid of that. Okay. Rupe Jaraya Bhayam. When we are beautiful or handsome, as we ages, we are afraid that our beauty will be deteriorated. So, Rupe Jaraya Bhayam. Shastre Vadi Bhayam. When we are so much knowledge, when we have so much knowledge in the Shastra, in scriptures, we are scared somebody with more knowledge will come and debate and defeat us. Okay. So, Shastre Vadi Bhayam. Gune Khala Bhayam. When we have so much of good qualities, and sometimes if we lose that, and due to some reason, due to some bad association, so we are afraid of losing that good qualities also. Kaye Kritanad Bhayam. Okay. Kaya means our body. It will also deteriorate. Today we are in youth, Yavana stage. So when we become old age, our prowess will deteriorate. Sarvam vastu bhayanvidam. Everything in this material world is fearful only. Everything in this material world. Then vairagyam eva abhayam. Detachment from all these things is only abhayam, fearlessness. So this is the sloka composed by Bhartrhari when he got this vairagya from the kingship and from his near and dear. So in the material world, it's very difficult to trust, especially in the age of Kali. See how the cycle went from king to queen to Ashwapad to the dancer and back to the, you see. And everybody says, don't tell anybody. Please keep the secret. Like that. So they are conducted by one single desire to go. Where did we stop? Yeah, I think we have to start. The life of a sincere devotee of the Lord is thus explained in a nutshell by Narada Muni by his personal example. Such a devotee, after his initiation by the Lord or his bona fide representative, takes very seriously chanting of the glories of the Lord and traveling all over the world so that others may also hear the glories of the Lord. So a devotee is not selfish. He wants to give this. Not only he wants to enjoy, and at the same time he wants to give this fruit, to others also. Such devotees have no desire for material gain. So they are not. So that is the reason the olden says, if you see, the mendicants go house to house. Okay, why? Not for begging, for filling their belly. People misunderstand that they have come for some bhiksha. No, the main purpose of mendicant going, house to house is to enlighten them spiritually, to guide them on the spiritual path. And as a dakshina, because they are mendicant, it's our duty, the householder's duty, to give some grains or to some food or vegetables or fruits so that they can also survive. But the prime duty is to enliven, enlighten the householders who are always entangled in the material activities, forgetting the real purpose of life. So that's the purpose. So they are not doing for material gain. They are going home. But as a household, it is our duty to take care of them because they don't have any bank account. They don't have any job. What is their intention is to self-realization. So they also want to guide the householders who are totally engaged in the material activities to bring them out of this box and enlighten them spiritually so that they can also take up spirituality. So they are conducted by one single desire to go back to Godhead. That's only desire. Nothing else. No name, no fame, nothing. This awaits them in due course on quitting the material body because they have the highest aim of life, going back to Godhead. They are never envious of anyone, nor are they proud of being eligible to go back to Godhead. Their only business is to chant and remember the holy name, fame, and pastimes of the Lord, and according to personal capacity to distribute the message of others' welfare without motive of material gain. Without any material motive, one should distribute this knowledge and enlighten them spiritually. This is what a pure devotee does. There are some devotees who goes to the Himalayas, secluded place, and does devotional activities, devotional service, okay, meditation, whatever it is. It is only for them. It's only for them. They are only benefited. They don't give this to others. But better than that devotees are who take so much of trouble, go to every nook and corner of the world, and wherever possible propagate Krishna consciousness. That is what Prabhupada did. He could have stayed in Radha Damodar temple, chanted his round nicely in the Brahma Muhurta, okay, did other devotional activities, and passed his time very nicely. But he did not opt that. He wanted to deliver the whole world. No? Just like Prahlad, just like Vasudeva Datta. Okay? They are not selfish. So they are called Goshthyanandis. Okay? Those who go and preach, those who go and give this spiritual sermon to others, they are called Goshthyanandi. And those who go secluded places and does this devotional activity or meditation for themselves, they are called Bhajananandis. But there are some people who does this for some time, then go to their forest or some secluded places, then continue their bhajana. That's also okay. But there are some who only are concerned about their deliverance. But devotees are not like that. Especially Vaishnava devotees are called Para Dukha Dukhi. Para Dukha Dukhi. Not para dukkha sukhi. Para dukkha dukhi. So they will not only want to get delivered, they want others also. When Ramanujacharya was instructed by his spiritual master, I'm going to give you a mantra, chanting which you will be delivered from this material world. So please take this and don't reveal this to anyone else. Keep this confidential. So Ramanujacharya is what? If this mantra can deliver the people, why not share it with others? But the Guru has told not to reveal this to anyone else because you are the only person qualified. I am giving you this mantra. So you chant and do not disclose this to anyone. Please, no, it's not possible. I want to give, if this mantra can deliver people, I want to announce this to all the people in the world so that they will get delivered. So even if I have to go to hellish planets, no problem. But others should be delivered. So many people. So he went to the top of the hill and announced, they called all the villages and announced, I'm going to give you a mantra. Simply by chanting this, you all will get delivered from this material existence. You will go back home, back to Godhead. So he loudly chanted this mantra. And when the Guru came to know, I told you this is a confidential mantra, you should not disclose this. Why did you do that in the festival? Then he told, my dear Guru Maharaj, even if I have to go to hell, if others can be delivered, I really beg pardon from you. Please excuse me. This is my attitude. I don't want to disobey you, but this is my, wish that everybody should be delivered from. Then Guru said, you are the real disciple. You are the real, because he is not selfish. So Vaishnavas are para dukkha dukhi. So their only business is to chant and remember the holy name, fame, and pastimes of the Lord, and according to personal capacity to distribute the message of others' welfare without motive and material gain. Text 27. Evam Krishnamate Brahman Nasakta Syama Latmana Kala Pradura Bhut Kale Tadis Saudamani Yatha. Evam Krishnamate Brahman Nasaktasyama Latmana Kala Pradurabhut Kale Tadit Saudamani Yatha. Uma.
Hare Krishna. Evam Krishnamatirbrahman nasaktasyamalatmanah kala pradurabhutkale taddit saudhamaniyata.
Yujumi Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Evam Krishnamadir Brahma Sakta Samalatmana Kala Pradurbodha Kale Tadil Sadaminiya Yada.
Okay, Vandana Mataji.
एवं कृष्णमतिर्ब्रह्म ब्रह्मन् अशक्तश्यामलात्मना काला प्रादुर्भूतकाले तडित्सौदामनि यथा.
Very bold. Uma, translation please.
And so, O Brahmana Vyasadeva, in due course of time, I, who was fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna and who therefore had no attachments, being completely freed from all material taints, met with death, as lightning and illumination occur simultaneously.
Very bold. And so Brahmana Vyasadeva, in due course of time, I was fully absorbed in thinking of Krishna and who therefore had no attachments, being completely freed from all material taints, met with death, as lightning and illumination occurred simultaneously. So Narada Maharshi is telling Vyasadeva, so in due course of time, he was totally absorbed in thinking of Lord Sri Krishna without any material attachments. He was totally free from all the attachments and completely freed from all material taints. There was not even a tinge of material desires. He met with death. How? As lighting and illumination occur simultaneously. lightning and illumination occur simultaneously. So he met with death. So to be fully absorbed in the thought of Krishna means clearance of material dirts or hankering. When we will be able to absorb 100% in Krishna consciousness, smaranam, thinking of Krishna, when all our material hankerings, desires, now all the kalmashas are totally vanquished, only then. Otherwise, the mind will wander here and there. Okay, that's why we can focus completely without any disturbance. Because Narada Maharshi had no material hankerings, there was no dependence, no material desires. So he was totally absorbed in remembrance of Krishna. So that was the qualification for him to totally absorb in Krishna consciousness. So as a very rich man has no hankerings for small petty things, so also devotee of Lord Krishna who is guaranteed to pass on to the kingdom of God where life is eternal, fully cognizant and blissful, naturally has no hankerings for petty material things, which are like dolls or shadows of the reality and are without permanent value. Okay. So in this material world, all that we think that is eternally we can enjoy. These are just like the dolls and shadows of the real spiritual world. So we actually value them, although it has no permanent value in this material world. So this is because of illusion. What is the illusion? That this body is self, and everything around us is for our enjoyment, and I'm going to enjoy this for eternity. This is an illusion. Although we know we are not going to be here in this body forever. We know that. But still, when we live in such a way, practically thinking that I'm going to be there in this body forever. Isn't it? That's why one of the surprising things, as per Yudhishthira Maharaj, when Yaksha asks so many questions, one of the, very famous question asked by Yaksha to Yudhishthira Maharaj was, Ahani ahani bhutani gachanti ha yamalayam sheshastavaram ichanti kim aschyaryam adaparam. So what is the most surprising thing in this material world? Yaksha is asking. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling, okay, the most surprising thing is ahani ahani bhutani gachanti ha yamalayam. Every moment people are going to the Himalaya after death. Okay, every moment, father is going, mother is going, uncle is going, auntie is going, neighbor is going, everybody is going. Every moment they are dying and going to the Himalaya for judgment, final judgment. Sheshas Tavaram Ichandi, but those who are left behind, like us, I'm seeing my relatives are going, but what I'm thinking, Sheshas Tavaram Ichandi, I'm going to be here permanently. I'm going to enjoy this. And in that time, the siblings, the relatives, they fight for, their properties and other things and goes to the court also in fight, thinking that they are going to eternally enjoy this. So there will be court cases between the parents and children, between siblings, between other relatives, between neighbors, so on and so forth. Why? Because we are under the impression that we are going to live here permanently. So this is not surprising. This is what, this Maharaj is telling Yaksha. This is really surprising. Every day we are seeing this right in front of our eyes. Our own people are living this. Just one heart attack, even at the age of 30, 40, 50. And the newborn baby is leaving the body. There's no guarantee that when the death will strike us. There's no time. In the earlier yugas, it never used to happen. Only the elderly will die. The younger people will never die when the elderly is alive. Because this is Kali Yuga. So even during the reign of Lord Ramchandra, one of the Brahmana went and complained to Lord Ramchandra, there is something wrong in your ruling. Then Lord Ram asked why. See, I am living, my son left the body. How is it possible? That means your ruling is not right. You are called Maryada Purushottaman. When I am alive, how come my child left the body? So they complain to Lord Ram that your ruling is not good. So that was the earlier age. Never, untimely death will strike. Now it's not like that. Kali Yuga, anytime, immediately after birth, the child passes away. So who will pass when, we don't know. So there is no age factor in that. Whether you are aged or young or whatever it is, people can die any time. So even in that situation, people think that I am there forever to live in this material world, and this is for my enjoyment. So that when we go back home, back to God, what sort of life we'll get? Satchitananda, fully cognizant, blissful, eternal. That is Satchitananda. That is what is awaiting us. We are not ready to go there. We want to make this place permanent place. I want to live here permanently. So we are making arrangement in such a way, big bungalows, this, that, all sorts of arrangement. And one fine morning, you leave the body. So many years of efforts. Sab pani mein. So this is, our life in the age of Kali. So that is a sign of spiritually enriched persons. And in due course of time, when a pure devotee is completely prepared, all of a sudden the change of body occurs, which is commonly called death. So this life is a preparation for our next life. So knowing this well, we should prepare our life. We should, this art of living for art of living. The art of living should be practiced, to meet with the art of living the body. So we should prepare this life in such a way that we should never come back, and we should get a Satchidananda body where we can eternally live, serving the Supreme Father in a blissful manner. So, and for a pure devotee, such a change takes place exactly like lightning, and illumination follows simultaneously. That is to say, a devotee simultaneously changes his material body and develops a spiritual body by the will of Supreme. So such a devotee will get a spiritual body by the blessing of the Supreme Lord. So there should be no material angry, no material desires, totally absorbed in the remembrance of Supreme Lord Krishna, no one else. So when we sit for chanting, the thought goes around our office, our home, our children, our wealth, except in remembrance of Krishna. The thought wanders every place, every topics, except what we are doing. That we are chanting to remember Krishna, isn't it? That will not happen. We are chanting mechanically, there's no doubt. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With the tongue, we are chanting, but the mind is wandering in our office, in our home, with the children, this, that, and everything. So there is no remembrance, there is no focus, there is no absorption. Why? Because we have got so many agendas, so many plans, so many desires, so many impressions that we carry from our previous lives. So Narada had no such problem. Everything was clean. It was a clean slate. It was a clean slate. But our head or our mind is not clean. So much of impression, so much of plannings, so much of desires is there. So we have to purify that simply by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Continuously, constantly, even when we are engaged in some household chores, household activities, at the back of the mind, we should be remembering Krishna. Only then the purification starts. So even before death, a pure devotee has no material affection due to his body is being spiritualized like a red hot iron in contact with the air. If you keep the iron in the fire for some time, it will get the same quality of the fire. Similarly, when we associate with people of that mentality, devotees, with total absorption, it will also imbibe their qualities. we'll also be able to remember Krishna continuously, constantly, and by which we'll be eligible to go back home, back to Godhead by their mercy. Okay, Hare Krishna. So text 28, next week. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, नताय गो प्रेमानंदे, हरे कृष्णा।